You ever see these guys? The Steelers Dynasty podcast. What morons. Bubba is funny, but that Shane guy's a simpleton. Jamie, pull that clip up. Yeah, the Steelers Dynasty one. Can you believe these dumb Steelers? Fans, watch this crap. Yeah, that's it. Look at these two. Wow. You're watching the Steelers Dynasty podcast with Bubba and Shane. These guys are morons, really dumb, funny, but dumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. Welcome to Steelers Dynasty podcast. I'm your host, Bubba Brewer, still basking in the glory of winning in Ireland. The Steelers are leading the AFC North. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I got to bring in my co-host. He is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. He's also my co-host every Wednesday nights and Mondays and all doing the StreamYards. He's out and about. He's everywhere. He's special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. And I'm excited about tonight because it's a bye week. We get to have a little bit more fun, kind of figure out exactly where we're at with the team. You know, we're going to give it the where are we at direction.
Well, it's the first month. We want to see, everybody's opinion on how this first month has gone. See if we're happy, see if we're sad, see who's playing good and who's not playing so good. But Shane, we have a special guest tonight on the show. I mean, this person is in every Steelers Dynasty podcast chat. Sometimes she's always on the Triple B Experience. She's on Steelers Nation Australia. She pops in with Mark's show. She pops into a lot of Steelers shows. And it's our honor tonight. And Shane, I'm going to let you do the introduction because you do stuff so well. So go ahead, Shane. I'm putting it right on you right now.
Needs no introduction. Afton, the one, the only. Here she is.
Afton, welcome to the show. How's it going?
It's going really well. We had a very nice victory in Ireland. We beat a team that I was a little worried about.
How worried was you, though? You kind of knew something was going to be up?
Well, I was less worried because we're playing Carson Wentz instead of JJ. But, you can only play the team that's in front of you, and they've been good. And the NFC North is probably the toughest division in football right now, and we get to play them all this year. I remember the days when we used to be the toughest division in football, but we all kind of suck at the moment.
Look what Devil said about you. Thanks, guys. And I'm going to ask a couple questions, Afton. When did your love for the Pittsburgh Steelers begin? What is your earliest seeing, the logo and stuff like that?
Probably when my grandpa came to visit. He was born and raised in Pittsburgh. Mom was born and raised in Pittsburgh. And he came 2004, 2005. And we watched football every week while he was here. And that's when I became a casual fan.
Okay.
And I didn't become a very devoted fan until was right before the draft in 23. My mom watches the Steel Curtain Network all the time, and she travels all the time, and I never know what country she's in. So I always knew if I could find her in that chat, then I didn't have to call the embassy of whatever country she was in to do a welfare check. And the community, the Steelers community, welcomed me, and that's kind of how I fell in love with it.
Awesome. So Let me ask you another question. Your greatest watching the Steelers, your greatest moment as a fan watching the black and gold.
The Santonio Holmes catch.
Ooh, that's a good one. That was that whole game was
beyond that, it would be every time that Hines Ward would practically decleat someone and then get up with a great big smile on his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Soul.
And you got a good day from
Hi,
the man
Mark.
from his lovely abode. Did you see his hotel room yesterday? The lights and go off, and I don't know if it was possessed. And Mark, I'm going to watch the show later on. Hopefully, you gave those guys in the Roundtree a little bit of your Steelerisms tonight and tell them how it was. But I know it's late over there in Ireland because I don't know where he's going after that. He's going everywhere, probably to sleep, or he's in a bus or something. But thanks for popping in. And I'm going to have you ask some questions too, Shane. I have another question, Afton. When you go, do you have any jerseys that you pull out of the closet that you wear specifically for game day when you watch a game?
Not. It just depends on my mood. Like tonight, I'm wearing my Hines Ward jersey. When I know that we're going to need big defensive plays, I'll wear my TJ Watt. And when they all disgust me, I'll wear my Villanueva.
Oh, okay. You don't see too many jerseys of him out there. People wearing that, but that's right, Shane. You don't.
That was my first.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a good one. He was at West Point around the time I was there, which is kind of crazy. And he was skinny and a tight end. So
not yet. I don't think anybody can.
No, I'm not gonna stump her. I mean, I don't think that's gonna. I was just joking. I mean.
So, Shane, you have any questions you want to ask Afton? Because Afton's first time on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. She has done other Steeler podcasts, so this is not her first time, guys. She is not. She's not an amateur. So I did not know that. I had to ask her off screen. So she's already a pro. Already got way ahead of us.
No, I'm surprised that you came on board so late as like just jumping in with both feet. You said 2023 because that's been a painful time since 2018. 2023 is a couple years ago. Steelers have kind of been I'm not even driving the struggle bus. They've been falling off it. So that's when you reference like Hines Ward back then, you're watching with your grandpa right when Mark was, right when they were good again, So, that's great. That's great that you have those memories, but it's also good that you're not a bandwagon gal. You become a rabid fan when they're, not that great. So that's good to hear.
Well, during the Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky era, if you're a Steeler fan during that time, you deserve every anecdote of being a Steeler fan. But who, out of all the Steelers, you said Hines Ward, who is the number one Steeler in your heart?
Hines Ward. He's my all-time favorite. He's at the top of my Mount Rushmore.
Okay. And if Hines Ward was our receiver coach, like I've wanted him to be, you would be like, oh, so we're on the same page. You'd be ecstatic, over the moon.
Up until like around COVID, he had a restaurant in called Seven Fields. It's over towards Wexford, called Table 86. And he would be there probably once a month. And real nice guy, just real humble, down to earth guy.
I think Dawn has a question. I'm gonna take a guess, but I don't want to guess wrong.
I know the answer, but let her ask and see if she knows.
I have no idea.
He was a quarterback at Georgia.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure.
Look it up. I might be wrong.
Sure. I can see it.
Devil says 86 is his favorite. And a
Now,
lot of
my
people,
second favorite is Debo.
oh, Mark will love you for that. Yeah. James, do you watch his podcast with Joe Hayden? Do you watch his
I've
podcast?
only seen parts of it.
Yeah, me too.
Like the clip when he's like, I don't know what to do with these.
He still works out like a beast. I think if he ever gets Chad Johnson, Ochocinco is done for, and Mark says Debo is his number one. So, and showing your favoritism because of the NFL Hall of Fame and Debo and Hines got in, do you think that it is time for Hines to get to where he deserves to get that yellow jacket, Afton?
I thought he deserved to be in a couple years ago.
Good answer.
I agree.
I mean, between his numbers and his just how he affected the game, I think he deserves to be in.
I think we should put our heads together, three of us, and we should come up with it. Of course, we're going to have to go through Debo to get a license. You know those Chuck Norris posters they used to have, like Chuck Norris used to wear rattlesnakes as condoms, and like just stuff like that.
What poster are you talking about?
You never saw the Chuck Norris posters? Like,
no, I mean, I mean, Chuck Norris is a one-man army.
Oh, they have all kinds of things about. They should do a Debo poster and have all kinds of things that, like, Debo is just one of those larger than life characters that you don't know if it's real or fake, or just when they talk about him, if that's something that really happened. When you hear them talk about stories of other players interacting with him, it's just almost like Paul Bunyan or something. So just thought that would be a cool poster.
Well, I have another question going off of the Hines Ward. If Hines Ward happens to make it through and gets inducted at Canton next year, no questions, I'm sure your tickets and bags will be packed to see Hines. If you could, I mean, I don't know your schedule.
If I could make it work with work, yeah.
Okay.
I would absolutely be there for that.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever been to you ever been to Canton? I don't know if you ever have.
Mm-mm.
Have you? It was one of the greatest times I've ever had in my entire life. Me and Tammy went to watch Jerome Bettis get inducted, and it was just it was like Dublin, Ireland. Everybody wearing their jerseys and Steelers walking around among the masses. That's what it was like at Canton, So, yeah, and I probably would go. I would try to go to another one again. Definitely Ben's. But if James Harrison or Hines, I probably would try.
But Bubba, for us, it's what, a 3.5-hour drive?
Yeah, it's not that far, but to get to Canton, it's like on back roads, and there's no, like, if you break down, like when I went Canton, the football field and stuff like that, but then they had all these apartments and complexes that were looking like ghetto, and hopefully the NFL purchased all them and remodeled and made it look clean and nice. I think they've done that because it was bad. It was looking like McKeesport, Pennsylvania on a Friday night, which was not a good place.
I heard the analogy, the hills have eyes. Like you have to drive through like Deliverance and you get in the ghetto, and it's just like.
And George T said he's awesome. It needs to be inducted. Mark said if Mike T will be in 2050, holy God, I'll be old, Mark. I'd have to go in a walker and stuff, probably.
I'll be tits up taking a dirt nap.
Yeah, and Gene says Canton is crazy. So, but so we liked the win Sunday. Did you like that early game so you could get the rest of your day after Steeler victory and you can get some stuff done?
Yeah, that was nice. I wouldn't want to do it every week, but
no.
Well, it's because it was so emotional. Like, yeah, like you're just like they're up 18-0, and all of a sudden it just like
I think it was a Super Bowl atmosphere. I mean, I think last week was like a Super Bowl atmosphere. Coming in early and doing all that stuff and seeing the media and seeing the fans. Like, I mean, Mark knows because he was over there, but I mean, just from, being over on this side, I mean, you just saw, it was just like everybody snapping pictures and stuff like that. So what would you give Afton that game, your game? I know you probably said it in the chat, your game balls, but what players in that game was actually worthy of getting an Afton game ball?
Peyton Wilson. And probably Gainwell. And then the entire O-line, because they finally removed their heads from their asses and did their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the photo op of 77, Broderick standing above his 10 years from AARP quarterback, Aaron, laying like this, looking right up at his ass, and he looks like, he looks like a deer caught in a headlight. With it, just that was bad luck, and I'm glad to see that they're actually giving him a little bit of protection. He did get thrown down that one time where it was they grabbed him by the side and then slid to the back and they threw him down. I thought, oh my gosh, they broke him. But knock on wood, he's.
Do you know who else really showed up this game that it was an about time moment for me was Patrick Queen.
That's sad.
A lot of people have said that, but not too many. But you're one of the few that's actually said his name. I think somebody in the chat said it. I think he's coming along. I saw a video, and I don't know if you guys seen this. Like all these players that we signed, actually, when they played on other teams, they actually fought against each other. Did you see that video? Like now they're all on the same team. Like you got Metcalf and Darius Slay fighting against each other. You got Patrick Queen calling out the Steelers in week 18, like we're going to kick your ass kind of stuff. So now we got all these cast of villains now on our team, and now we're cheering for them like gangbusters. So it's kind of funny.
The ball turned.
Yeah, it's true. Hi, Rivers, how you doing? Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. I'm putting it in the book.
Yeah, and well, Gene says Queen too. So what was I going to say? I was going to say something about, Afton. This is what I was going to say. Because you said Gainwell. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now it's a bye week. But next week, what do you do about this running back situation? If Jaylen Warren is healthy, what do you do?
You run whoever works. If you put Jaylen in, and because I think Jalen's probably more explosive than Gainwell, but if he can't get anywhere, pull him and put Gainwell in and see if you can get somewhere with him.
Go with the hot hand, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good answer too.
Bubba, I wasn't worried when you brought the hot dog in, but now she said exactly what I was going to say. That's fantastic. The hot dog's racist and kind of a jerk, and she's sweet and everything and knows her shit. I just can't compete. This is crazy.
Well, we already knew that she was full of knowledge because she answers every question in the chat. If we can't answer it in half a second, it's answered by her. Everybody in the community already knows that. And like, yeah, Gene said two-headed monster. But also too, years and years ago in the 90s, they had Eric Pegram back in the day. And then they had, I think Bam Morris and Pegram. And they had that, one going in the middle from tackle to tackle. And then Pegram on the outside. So both of Gainwell and Warren is fast. I think you're right, Afton, because the explosiveness of Jaylen Warren makes him a notch above Gainwell. But I just think his display in Ireland showed him something, because he wasn't anywhere for the last 3 games before that. He wasn't getting anything. So it had to be the line. I think the universes were lined up.
I think the line plays a big part of it. And maybe I wonder if there's a communication issue sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes a few of them seem just lost.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it's probably our tackles, but I've been seeing a lot of Frazier missing blocks, and I know I don't want to rub that into Shane because Shane's a Zach Frazier guy.
I'm not defending him, but like the drop off between last year and this year. I mean, he was lights out last year. I mean, they're like Afton said, it ties more into more of a communication thing than anything because he went from sugar to shit. Where is that coming from? It just that just doesn't.
Well, I heard someone said they thought it was because like Aaron would change the play at the line, and they thought that every time he did that, Frazier wouldn't know what he should be doing.
Ooh, okay. When he audibled.
Yeah, and I can see that. I mean, it's going to take some time to work the kinks out. I don't think any of the quarterbacks last year had the authority to do that.
Or probably they just didn't do it as quickly. He probably does it 2 or 3 times. It's different. It's like a combination lock. You got a 2 combination lock. It's just like it's 2 numbers, but he's changing it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Well, it helps that he can see the field.
Oh yeah.
And I just think now I know Justin Fields, like he scored really high on the Wonderlic, but I don't think he processes it on the field as quickly. Like when he sees what the defense is showing him, he can't process it fast enough.
He's not smart enough.
Yeah, it's like football IQ versus the Wonderlic. They're 2 different things. It's just like
right.
It's like I have a cousin. She went to Johns Hopkins. Super smart.
She doesn't know how to turn on know how to turn on the oven.
I was driving somebody's truck and I had the floor, those old Fords, you could kind of do the high beams on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her it was like magic. And she's it's just,
Oh my God. So Afton, are you happy with Aaron Rodgers so far?
Yes. So he's been getting the ball out really fast, and he was even faster during the Vikings game, which it's good and bad. I mean, it's bad because I think he had to get the ball out fast to avoid getting killed.
Right.
So I would like to see the O-line step up and become more solid and give him a little time to let something develop. But we also need receivers who know how to run around.
Yeah. And that's not the receiving core is not opened up yet.
Jared brought up a good point. I said I was going to teach you how to pronounce Jaime. It's not Jamie Carlo, it's Jaime Carlo.
Oh yeah.
It's not Jamie?
No. If the I comes before the E, it's the Spanish version. It's Jaime.
Oh
God! It's just Marion Center education that I have.
English. I'll tell you what, I barely passed English.
I used to be an academic student. Surprisingly, I was. Jaime.
Well, first,
we've been saying Jamie for a year and a half now. Shane.
Yeah. Jamie,
yeah.
Amy. And my first question for you, Bubba's gonna have to pull up a picture.
I hope I have it.
I just put it up.
Oh, okay.
In previous podcasts we've done, I've compared this specimen to our current quarterback. Who is this?
I have no idea who that is.
Jesus, Shane.
It's Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
That's right. I remember that show.
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie, though.
Thrown a steak. Well, then you're off the hook. But anyways, you were talking about him.
That was the question to stump her right there. Was my God.
She's so good. She didn't take my phone. No, Afton. No, seriously.
God.
This when you say he was throwing it so fast, they were giving who's Arch Manning. They were giving him a hard time beginning of this college season because he was throwing it just like Uncle Rico was in Napoleon Dynamite. And I thought, my God, if this keeps up after game 3, before the Vikings game, Uncle Aaron is going to have to start throwing stakes at people's heads. And so I thought I'd pull this up and make some.
Hey, right now, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the AFC right now.
Uncle Rico?
Not Uncle Rico. No, I'm talking
Uncle Aaron.
Daddy Aaron. I mean, and I'm still getting that jersey once I'm telling you, I'm getting that jersey's coming. But also too, now we got 4 weeks and that, I'm going to pronounce Jaime. Is that right? See, I did it a year and a half later.
I don't even know who Jaime is. Who's Jaime?
But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to say Jamie because I'm going to be so discombobulated.
Jaime who? Who?
Yeah. But now we got 4 weeks in, and I'm going to start with our guest, Afton, because she's our guest tonight, Shane. What do you give the grade of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first 4 weeks of the season? You know, A plus, A minus, A plus, whatever. What first
for all 4 weeks? C minus.
Whoa. Okay, now I got to ask, why did you give him that?
Because they started out on the Hot Mess Express and they detoured into Loserville. And then they said, oh, wait, we're supposed to be playing football, right? And then they finally started showing up.
Okay, you said, what'd you say, a C minus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody in chat can play along too, and I'll put that, and we'll see.
This last game was the first game where we've actually seen like every aspect of the game be somewhat palatable, and we weren't sitting there like, oh, it's like watching cement truck run over like someone on a wheelchair.
What would your grade be, Shane? What would your grade be in 4 games, Shane?
Last game was pretty damn good, but
no, you got to add that last game into the prior games for the first month of September.
I would say C plus or B minus, C plus, depending on how I feel.
You guys are very hard.
Listen, there was a game, if you don't remember, that the Steelers were competitive, but they couldn't, other than the first possession and the last possession, they didn't do anything. It was just like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And you had a professional athlete did not know the rules and let the ball just kind of roll to the end of the end zone and let it get picked up.
And you had another athlete in that same game who didn't know what he was supposed to be doing and tipped a touchdown out of his teammate's hand.
Yeah, ran around
into the defender's hand.
Yeah,
you guys. Now look at these chat. Now, Mark's. I haven't said anything yet. Mark said he gave it an A plus so far.
He's fucking drunk. It's 2 a.m. He doesn't know what the hell's going on over there. Okay, he probably has leprechauns in the bed tickling his taint. He doesn't know what's going on.
Michael says B plus.
That's more tolerable. Reginald has B minus.
And Doug agrees with Afton. And Devil got him as an A right now. I know he's lifting in between sets, but and Dougie said C minus. They have a lot. Yeah, I mean, Jaime says C.
Now,
I said it twice.
I have a question.
Job.
Okay, and this is more your opinion. In my opinion, the Steelers aren't a great team. They're a good team. Borderline E, but they're never going to be a great team. But they have the potential of winning a lot of games and going for a little bit of a run in the playoffs. You think that's a true statement, or am I just smoking something?
I think that is a true statement. They do have talent. We need to see more execution. We need to see more consistency. And we need to see players not getting hurt every other game.
Do you think it's because of these less exhibition? Because it's running rampant in the NFL. Like the marquee players are getting hurt. Everybody's getting hurt. Like that only having 3 preseason games. I know it could be, but I just don't think that 18 or 19 regular season games, I think it's too much.
It's definitely too much. Then again, having more preseason games doesn't help much when your marquee players aren't playing in them. I mean, to get in shape to fight, you have to fight. You can't just lift weights.
Yep. Woo! Who'd you hear that? That's a t-shirt slogan right there.
Like Rocky.
Yeah, and River says,
let me tell you, Rock.
B-. Now, George says, when in doubt, all sailors go C. And Dawn agrees with the C-. My ear is good. Thank you so much, Michael. I got it fixed. Cypress Hill, C-.
He had a crayon in his ear after. You know that they pulled out with one of those big crayons.
Yeah, it was. I was in my eyes were watering.
Color.
Gene said B-. Dawn said they should have never lost to the Seattle. Yeah, I don't think they should have lost. I think I'm just going to say probably, I think our team, and I'm going to give my share right now on this topic. I just think we're more lucky than good right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm never going to take another team against them. Our potential is still vastly still out there. We haven't even reached it yet. And I'm going to say probably just a flat. I'm going to go with a B-. I can't give them an A because if they would have not had the poor execution of that Seattle game at home due to the mind not working and not thinking, 2 mental lapses, and also that run defense is still speculative in 3 games, and I can't give them that big of a high thing because of that run defense. I just can't do it. They drafted all these guys, did this defensive line. The Vikings game was better. So we will see an upcoming Cleveland game. Cleveland should not run all over us. So that should be a little better too. And so I'm going to go with a B-.
Put up Reginald Rivers' comment down the bottom there. Put it
okay.
up. I'm
glad you saw it. Let me find it here. Right here?
Yeah. True statement, but big but. It's like going to Walmart and feeling good about yourself that you're wearing shorts and a shirt, feeling dressed up because everybody else is in pajama bottoms.
But you're at Walmart.
You're at Walmart. If you're at Target, the people would have pajama bottoms with pockets because that's what you wear on Sundays. Those are the pajamas dress up ones, you have pockets. But I'm just saying that's what the AFC East is and the AFC North. That's basically what I mean. This year, it's tough. They're all kind of sucking. Especially I love seeing the Ravens sucking on tailpipe, but guys,
the whole division's. I mean, we're leading the top of the division, which is great, but everybody else is just like they're like well shit in the bottom of the ocean, and.
But right now,
I guess I'm crazy. I'm crazier than a shithouse rat because I gave him a B.
We are literally, the way I look at it, Steelers 2025 with Aaron. We are in our nice pajamas. We have pockets. These are the kinds that we got to take our family picture. So we're feeling pretty good. So good job, Aaron.
Okay.
Now I'll be impressed when the whole team has on the same pair of pajamas instead of,
that's right. Some of them are in there. Some are just buck naked, like just woo.
Well, I think like in 4 weeks, Shane, we do this every 4 weeks and check, and everybody gives a grade on 4 weeks, and then we go 8 weeks and see what that grade would be after 8. Comparing, because they got to get better because I mean, there's people in the national media said that the Steelers division's going through Pittsburgh now, due to the fact that everybody is hurt. But we have to take up these opportunities when we have them, and we have to be ready. Tomlin has to get everybody ready. We cannot have lay an egg in any of these next couple, maybe the next 3 or 4 weeks. Can't do it.
I have a question for Afton. It's not a trivia question because you got something other than space between your ears. Check it out. Steelers usually go on a 3-game skid. It happens.
Shane, why do you say those kind of comments?
Because it happened last year, happened a year before, and a year before that.
This is a new year. Why do you always got to do that? Everything's going good. You throw the Steelers anti-pipe grenade in there all the time.
They take a shit, they fall back in it, and they roll around and suck their thumb. It's just a bad look. So, Afton, do you think the Steelers are looking forward to the middle of the schedule? There's a certain month where they have a difficult time. Do you think that's going to happen, or can they kind of just keep plugging along and continue to be lucky, or are they going to take a skid and have a couple bad games?
Well, you know how Tomlin really loves to go lose to a team that they should absolutely just beat the piss out of.
Cleveland.
Are you fucking serious already?
I'm just giving you shit, Papa.
God damn. Go ahead.
But I can I can see them losing Thursday in Cincinnati because it's Thursday in Cincinnati. I mean, if for no other reason than that. And
but didn't you see the Cincinnati Bengals Monday night? Like, they suck.
That's Bubba. That's why I'm even more like just imagine the Steelers losing to the Ravens without their star quarterback. I mean,
they have in Steeler history. It's been proven.
Right.
They got beat by a rookie, on a Ravens
team.
God,
take a big old poop on our head.
Well, we have to capitalize to get some padding. We need some padding because when Lamar does come back, I'd rather be.
Well, the first 2 games in particular, both sides of the ball, they look like a monkey fucking a football, not a professional football team. If they keep improving incrementally, I'll be very happy with where they go. But we need to see execution and we need to see consistency.
Yes.
And not a ton of boneheaded penalties.
Which we haven't, like last game. It wasn't bad. It was good. But like I said, skill
that
is
first
great.
Game was atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, skill and being dominating on both sides of the ball is something that we want, but also too, being lucky. Aaron Rodgers scrambles, fumbles the ball, and it bounces right into Broderick Jones's hands. Peyton Wilson, taking Jordan Addison down like a cheetah, taking an antelope out in Africa. That doesn't work.
But what did those 2 plays have in common? Luck and extreme effort.
Maximum
because
effort.
Broderick Jones was there. He was paying enough attention, and he wasn't going to stop if he didn't have to. And Peyton Wilson, he just decided he was going to get Addison, and he got it done.
I love seeing the big fellas carrying the rock. It looks like one of those little Nerf footballs, like for regular folk. It's like,
do you got something that you're bringing in? You want me to bring in, Shane? Is that what you're at?
Yeah, I thought we could pull up the calendar and just kind of look at this calendar and just think about some of these games. Like Cleveland Browns are coming to Pittsburgh, so that's going to be interesting. And then they have the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's a Thursday game.
We don't do very well on Thursdays, but I'm changing. Like I said, I've been changing my thing though.
So right in there, and then they go to Green Bay. So those 3 games,
those are all winnable. All three are winnable in my eyes. And the Packers didn't show me anything Sunday night.
But Bubba, I'm going to ask you, and then I'll ask after. if you had to pick one of those games to lose, which one do you think would be the one that they'd lose?
Shit.
I know, Bob. It's a tough question. You have to pick
The
one.
Thursday game. The
Yeah.
Steelers are like 14-21 for Thursday games.
Yeah, they're terrible on Thursday, but I want to change the mojo. To me, it would be, and I know Rodgers is going to be up for this Green Bay Packers game. And I might agree with Afton on the Thursday night game because I did pick him to lose when we did our picks, before the season. And if that's the game that you asked me, the 3 games that I have to take a loss, I would take the Thursday. I think they can win all 3, but I'm going to take the Thursday night game, which actually I don't like Thursday night games anyway. I think they're terrible.
But
I'm definitely not saying that it's like a guaranteed loss or anything, but historically, when we travel on Thursdays, it doesn't go well.
Well, I mean, and you got I don't know what the record the Colts are, but the Chargers lost to the Giants, so the way that the Chargers looked in the first 3 weeks, I don't think that they're that incredible now because they lost to the Giants, unless they just shit the bed on that one game. But also, too, they lost to a rookie quarterback. It was his first start. And Chicago is Chicago.
Looking at the schedule, I think they can, there might be 1 or 2 they lose, but I don't see them losing 3 in a row.
I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row this year at all. I mean, because I
referred to Bubba week 12, 13, or 14.
I see them beating Buffalo, as crazy as it sounds.
I do too, and even the Ravens. So now this is the part of the schedule Afton and Bubba. I was thinking that if they're going to shit the bed, this is November, late November.
You don't want them shitting the bed that late into the season. You want them getting on all cylinders. Like right now, this car is only running on 2 cylinders, and I'm not a car person. So, hey, see you, Mark. Tell those girls to get out of your bed. Good night. I don't know much about cars because I don't. So if it's a 4-cylinder and 2 cylinders don't run, that's because it's the way they're playing right now. They're not running on all cylinders.
But anyway, I thought I'd pull that up just to kind of have a discussion. I mean, it's a long season.
Yeah, but it's good right now. We're great right now. And then we could be greater in a couple weeks because then 5-1 going and having the Packers come to Pittsburgh would be great. So that would be something. But let me ask some other questions. And I'm going to go with Afton again first because she's the guest tonight. Afton, what players would you give like a passing, just passing, like a high score for that's been a valuable asset right now to the Steelers in this first month? You can name as many as you want.
Rodgers, Warren, Darnell Washington, Harmon, Cam, and Ramsey. Those are the ones that stick out. And I know Harmon's only been in 1 game, which kind of drops his stock for me, but assuming he stays healthy the rest of the season, I'll be very happy with him.
Okay. Shane, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Smith, he has had awesome numbers, but he has, had a couple nice catches. I don't know about Elliott. I'm kind of 50-50 on him. But wait, to be determined.
Okay.
Ramsey for sure, and after hit him. Slay. I think he's got a passing grade. You know who you didn't mention? What do they call him? Scott What do they call him on TV?
Oh,
Scroddirt.
Yeah, Skowronek.
Skowronek. He had he basically, you could there's some intangible things that you can do. There were 2 penalties that were attributed to him. He didn't cause the penalties, but he caused a reaction that got 15 yards 2 different times. That's the type of stuff. And you can see Tomlin, when he came off, he's kind of like, he's been pretty good. So I give him a passing grade. And Herbert.
Okay. Well,
he had the drama down with that flop.
Okay, so I'll say right now my passing would be Rodgers, Metcalf. Offensively,
Kenny G. I forgot Kenny G.
I would say Jalen Warren. I would say TJ Watt. I would say Ramsey, Elliott, Herbig, and I think that's passing. I think that like high marks, and the boss always has got a high mark for me. So, Claude, thank you so much. See what Claude said? Oh,
I comb my beard. Thank you, Claude.
Thank you, and that's worth a
you're talking about.
He wasn't talking about me. He was talking about you're pointing over there. The other side. Not me. Thank you so much, Claude. Thank you. Yeah. So who would you give right now a failure as not being what he should be bringing to the Steelers right now?
I'll start with Corey Trice.
Who?
Okay.
Exactly.
Is he even on the team still?
He still is.
I think he's on IR.
You know who's not is Castro. Castro got picked off from the practice squad by Tampa Bay today.
The Bucks. Yep. If you had asked me a week ago, I would have said Broderick Jones, but he has redeemed himself so far. Yeah, Trice got hurt again. That's why he's failing. Freiermuth, I don't know about him. I mean, I know he can catch, but he's not. And I don't know if it's his lack of blocking. It's a lack of desire, and I just don't know what his deal is.
I'll tell you what the deal is. There are 2 studs that they brought in. He was a serviceable tight end, but he went from the Chevy 1500 to a freaking Escalade and a freaking Navigator. I mean, that's what you got with Darnell and Jonnu. So,
well, I think he's better this year than he was, especially, 2 years ago when he actually laid down at the line of scrimmage like he was taking a nap. I mean, what the hell? I get really frustrated with low effort. Now, I will make one exception for that, and that was Aaron Rodgers on the tush push. I want somebody to make a gif of that so bad.
The finger point, like this,
Yeah.
like fantastic.
So Shane, you gave
he looks like he's rehearsing for his next career as a ref.
That or he's doing the double down check or it's a State Farm in just a different way.
Looked like the dance from Three Amigos back in 1986. You remember where they?
That's a good movie. Yeah. Hey. So who did you say, Shane, didn't pass?
Oh man. I wouldn't give Freiermuth a failing grade. I would just say couldn't grade him because he wasn't. I haven't seen him. Where's he been?
But that to me, that's failing.
Trice is failing because I have to at least see a little bit. Like you're a ghost. Same with Roman Wilson. Where's he been? I mean, I saw him out maybe once or twice. I saw him on special teams. There's just a few guys, just a handful. I think that's about it. I mean, I'm not going to fail any. I mean, they're 3-1. If they were 2-2, there's probably a few more guys that would put on the naughty list. But right now, everybody's not. I don't see any lump of coal coming in the future for any of these guys in their stockings. So keep it up. Santa's going to love you.
Well, I mean, 6 weeks from now, it could be totally different from what I'm going to say because Freiermuth is not passing for me. I mean, he had some big catches and some big touchdowns, with Bennett quarterback. I understand that. He's not getting open. He's not getting any plays right now, and he has Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I don't know if they're not, getting him into the pass equation, but right now, to me, he's failing. Caleb Johnson, to me, is failing right now. He had a little bit. He had 6 carries, 22 yards. He was in the doghouse on that botched kickoff, so he's failing right now. Roman Wilson is definitely failing because he's not even there. So he recovered an onside kick. God bless America for that, but realistically, we're getting 10% of 90% investment, and we're not getting it. So I think before the Vikings game, I would have gave the whole offensive line a fail. And the Minnesota game, redemption for the defensive line because they were failing at that time. So that, and then 4 weeks from now, it could be those two lines won't even be in a conversation. And maybe Freiermuth has, 220 yards and 2 touchdowns next time we do this, you know what I mean? And everybody says Thornberry, maybe he's just adequate.
Loudermilk,
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think Loudermilk was going to make the team. And Highsmith right now. And I'm not a big Darius Slay. Slade had some big pass catches on him. So Slay and Joey Porter would be failing right now because he's injured and not doing anything. So he comes back, the IR, the unhealthiness of the team. But right now might be a good time that we're on a bye, which is great, so everybody can heal up now. But we got Jalen Ramsey hurt and Calvin Austin's hurt. I don't know how bad and how severe, but Afton, do you think that my last question tonight, do you think the Steelers would make a trade or get somebody as a receiving due to the fact that Calvin Austin is out and he could be out for a couple weeks to get somebody else to get in there? Maybe Omar Khan does his magic.
If he's going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks, no. I don't think they go after anybody. If he's going to be out long term, then I think they start kicking the tires.
Okay. Shane, what about you?
I think they've been looking. I think they've been listening to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I heard caterwauling and crying about not having.
I've been crying about this for a long time. Yes.
So they've heard. They know. They're trying to catch the Holy Spirit. Get it number.
Well,
2.
do you think the Steelers target a receiver on a bad team and do a trade like, say, Jacoby Myers right now is one because the Raiders are just terrible. And also Christian Kirk, who they were looking at last year, but then he got hurt, but then he went to the Houston Texans is another one. And then you got the veterans that have fallen out of favor, and the one is Lazard from the Jets that comes up because he was a healthy scratch for the season opener against the Steelers, but also too, he played with Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers were going to get rid of that Dobbs until probably Sunday night, I believe, and Curtis Samuel, the Buffalo Bills. And we don't want Dante Johnson or Tyler Boyd and Robert Woods and Odell Beckham Jr. is not somebody that we would want. So I think if they make a trade and get somebody that could add to the receiving core, I would take Jacoby Myers in a heartbeat. I mean, I don't know what they would trade, but also too, Omar Khan has to do something, because if Calvin Austin's out for at least 3 to 4 weeks, besides this week and next week, 3 weeks, that's a month and a half. So, yeah, I don't think
Well, I
AJ
don't
Brown's
know.
coming to Pittsburgh.
I don't
think
know
they-
enough about the money situation and what these guys are all making. So
They're
I
all,
don't
every
even
single
know
one of
who's
us making
realistic.
too much. Yeah, I don't know what they can get, but I can't. I try to balance my checkbook, and I know there's it's in the negative, so I wouldn't be able to help out because my general managing skills are terrible.
I know Khan is excellent at finding the money when he has to, but there is a budget that he has to.
Mm-hmm. And now with all these players, like Wilson's on the bench. Fields came back, so hopefully he can get that pick, that compensatory pick there, a little higher for the Steelers, because we don't need 6 and 7 picks. We need 3 and 4s with all these players that we got rid of last year, and then maybe we can use some trade bait. But we'll worry about that in 2026 when we have our draft party, and then when we're all drinking and eating pizza and Mark's doing the Irish jig in front of everybody, we'll be good to go. But yeah, so before we get out of here, Afton, do you have anything that you would like to promote? Because it was an honor having you on the show, and you can come back on anytime. Our live streams, I know you're a busy person, but taking the time to come on our podcast, because our X's and O's aren't very good. But we do appreciate it, and we appreciate you in the chat, and I do appreciate you wholeheartedly for supporting us and supporting me on both podcasts. You coming on with your knowledge and stuff is unparalleled. So, I mean, thank you so much for coming on tonight. But do you have something that you have promoting, or you got something going on?
Well, thank you for having me. I love you guys.
Thank you.
And
God
I love
bless
the
you.
community you built here. I'm not sure if it's public knowledge yet, so I will say.
Listen, breaking news.
You will be seeing me more often in the Steelers streets, and you'll probably be able to find me pretty easy because I know all these people and I know where they hang out. So we'll see you soon.
There we go. Shane, do you have anything that you'd like to say to Afton?
I can't follow that up. That's fantastic news. I can't wait.
Hey, you better be plugging your college show, man.
Yeah, I had a whole 3 people in there. No, just joking. I did listen to this.
I'm listening.
I did do something slick. Was it Monday? I was like, I think this kid is faking an injury so he can transfer. That's exactly what he did. Like, it came out this week that he's transferring. So
it wasn't clickbait. You actually knew it was good.
My spidey senses are telling me that this kid's going to a doctor to get an excuse.
Uh-huh.
So he can, because he knows he's not starting anymore, and he wants it. 5 games is the cutoff for you to use your red shirt. And I knew what this kid was doing. Didn't have any proof, and I said I don't have proof, but I know, just because I know. So I cut that today and I reposted it. So, yeah. So, Voice of College Football, West Virginia channel.
You're a natural, Afton, on this podcast and stuff.
Yeah, you're going to be coming back here. We're gonna kidnap you and make you come. Probably every few weeks.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I will say, y'all remember to hit the like button, share it with a friend.
Okay, we'll do it right
If
now.
you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe.
Okay. I'm doing it right now. Oh, and Bubba, Afton.
Yes. What?
I don't know if the chat knows this, but these little shorts here that Bubba does, this one here got over 1,000 views.
Nice.
The one where he talks about a phoenix. Now I don't know what a phoenix is, and I was like, let me watch. And
If Phoenix rises up, it's not Jean Grey, but that'll be tomorrow. But yeah, as of right now, we're at over 200,000 views on this show since we started March of 2024. I've been looking at other podcasts and seeing, and we're just as our X's and O's is different than everybody else's, and we're different than a lot of people. But Shane, you are very, very entertaining because the wife actually we critique and view other stuff. Like, and before I get out of here, that guy who did that raid, that Tom guy, I mean, he has a great format. He knows all his stuff, but after a while, he's too much for me. Like, I can't keep up with him.
ADHD or what?
I don't know. I think he does. I don't know. I don't want to, but it was too much. And somebody like me, I cannot support any other teams besides the team that I'm supporting. I can't get into that. And I can't do, if I'm doing live streams on other teams, I'm bashing the shit out of them because I don't like them because Steelers are number one. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, he has great stuff. He does charity and we are at the small to get, whatever, hopefully a couple years. Hey, it took us whatever. It's cool. I love doing this. I love the chat community. I've never seen I've never seen people who don't live around my area. Everybody gets along and everybody is so funny and so endearing. Like, I've never seen anything like this. So, I mean, this is like the Steelers Avengers on the community chat. Like I
feel like Santa. I got a list. I got like Kentucky, Mexico, Texas, Iowa.
I know, it's so amazing.
Tennessee,
and the thing about it is we try to make everybody feel like a somebody. So that's what I mean. Like, we try to interact. I mean, I try to click all this stuff as much as I can, and I know, it is what it is. But but no, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I appreciate if it happens. God bless America. And if it doesn't, it is okay too.
This is Bubba's theory. He told me before the show. He's like, listen, I'm going to run this show like I'm going into a nudie bar. And I'm sitting in the corner and I'm ignoring any people. I'm just sitting here and I'm just reading the paper. I'm reading the paper. Honey, I don't want to see your boobies. Go over there. And that's what he's doing. The whole show. No, I'm joking. He didn't say that. That would be funny.
No, look, I never thought. I've been doing this, like I said, 2018 in some kind of format or another. This is the best format. This is the best thing that, ever getting to where whatever we can do and help. We need to think of more ideas, and we're doing that. Like, I was told today that this hat that I got when we get to 600, this is the last hat till I get some more. Like, I was told at work today, man, you can get $35, $40 for that hat. I'm like, no. I said, I give them away when we get to certain levels. You know what I mean? But I'm getting stuff made, and hopefully everything works into par. But Afton, thank you so much. We love you. Thank you so much for coming on. You were a dear part of this chat, and you are a big part of this channel. And I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
Now, I don't know if your liver, the kidneys, the heart, but maybe the whole, like, everything of the chat. But you're all that in a bag of chips. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Mark coming on and seeing two crazy dudes and loving what we had, and just being a part of it too. It wasn't for Mark. Look, Mark is a big, huge part of all this. Like, these two, this is like Macho Man, and these are the mega powers of Steeler podcasting right here. That's how I look at it. I mean, I everything's got a wrestling thing. I don't know. It's crazy. But Afton, thank you so much. Shane, thank you so much. Guys, we're on a bye week, so I don't know what you guys are going to do Sunday. I am so sorry. I don't know. But, like, tomorrow night, if you guys like Marvel stuff, we have, and I had to explain this to Shane, on the Triple B Experience, Marvel team-ups. That means one superhero, another superhero, or one superhero and a supervillain. Two supervillains teaming up. That's not having sex. No, okay. No. Fighting crime or starting trouble. So
that's a whole different stream.
That's something where that's on TikTok probably, and I don't even get me started on this TikTok stuff because I'm so fed up with girls not covering themselves and having 1 million views, and it's just unintelligent. And here we are carrying good Steeler conversation, and we're doing it based on being entertaining and loving the Steelers. Like, I just don't get it.
Bubba, I hate to say I'm not quite to the point where I'm fed up of watching girls, but I'm working on getting there.
Well, you got to work harder because it irritates me. Like I in my feed last night, some girl was pretending she was a school teacher, and I wrote her, I go, put some clothes on.
Oh, that's horrible, Bubba.
I know. Tammy's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, Tammy, this is ridiculous. I get so angry.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why does social media have to be like this? Why is it like that? Why can't people just, because I like to watch stuff that's like heartfelt or entertaining. And
Well, maybe she teaches pole dancing at the Beehive.
That's it.
I got kicked out of there. I don't know. I didn't see her there. Why is everybody wait till tomorrow, guys? Wait till you guys.
Talk.
Yeah, Shane, you got to get your stuff done tomorrow because it's another homework skill. So, but guys, thank you so much. Chat, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, Claude. I appreciate it. God bless you guys. Afton, thank you so much. Shane, I'll see you tomorrow at 9:00 on the Triple B Experience. So everybody, do something on Sunday. Go watch some old Steelers stuff. That's what I usually do. But I think I might be working or whatever, but who knows? But we will definitely be back Monday night to get ready for the anti-Cleveland Browns week because I there's nothing I like in that state except for the NFL Football Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The whole other, I hate it.
Would you still hate them if they're called the Cleveland Beige?
I would still hate them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, everybody. Great show. Thank you, guys. Go Steelers. You guys have a great one. We will see you guys very soon. See you guys.